Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another episode of our FIFA 17 Return to Glory for Manchester United. Now, in the last episode, it wasn't too good, was it really? We managed to scrape past... Crew, that's what it was, in the League Cup 1-0 due to a penalty. And then we went on and lost 3-1 to Hull in the league, which I'm not happy about at all. So hopefully this time, this episode is going to be a really big one for us. This is one we really need to turn it around, because we do have a derby match against Manchester City in the Premiership, a massive, massive game for us. And then our first game in the Europa League as well against Aruca. And we've got a little bit of time to sim forward until that, though. I think it's going to be like the 10th. Stop simulation, that's what I want to do. Because I want to do some more training. Right, we do have a bit of news as well. What's in the news? We can do a press conference, and Wayne Rooney has returned from injury. Didn't realise he was injured. So let's go Manchester United and let's motivate the team. I want to try and get those guys ready for this game against Manchester City. Also, we need to try and find another youth scout. I'm trying to get at least a 4-5. And again, there's just no one available. Where's the good scouts at? Duncan Strachan. And we should get some young players back from these two scouts in this episode, hopefully. We'll do a bit of training. And want to continue the Rashford journey. Oh, Rashford's up. Rashford's gone up to 78 on his own now. Okay, very good. So now he's up to 78. We can try and get him close to 79 now. And let's continue him on chance creation. Try and really want to build up his attacking stats as much as we can. Martins is up to an 81 now, which is great. Wow, everyone seems to have gone up on their own quite a bit this week, which is very, very nice. Should we do a bit more Martins work? Beat your man, or maybe a bit of this, because his passing doesn't look fantastic, does it? Central midfielders. Oh, Pogba's very, very close to 89, but he'll do that naturally, as will these guys here as well. So let's continue our work on Fosu Mensah, who's now up to 73 as well. Excellent. We'll do a bit of El Rondo and him. Centre back, so do centre back as well. Twanzabi and Reece Oxford's now back from injury, so we'll do a bit of Reece Oxford work, because I know he's supposed to be very good in the future. Let's put him a bit of 2-on-2 defender and give him a silver, which is a bit easier. And then maybe full-backs, because we want to try and build our right back up, Cancelo, because he's good, but I think he's not quite as good as he could be. He's only 79. We want to try and get him up to an 80. So let's simulate all of those. I think we've still got a bit of a double boost on training, I believe, hopefully. Good results there, very good results. Fosu Mensah's done really well. Rashford's done pretty well as well, and as has Cancelo. So I'm pretty happy with them results, actually. Everyone's gone up a little bit, which is good. And now we can go forward towards the Manchester City game. So it's going to be a bit different now, because there's no transfer window, so it literally is all going to be... got an offer for the Poland job, okay. Suggestion, no we're not. Okay, yep. Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to put you both in the team in a minute. Don't you worry about that. Now, is there another young... There's another youth scout available. That's what I want to see. Well, give us a good one. 5-5. I've got a 4-4. Ollie King. Is that good enough, though? Oh, let's just get him. I'm tired of waiting. I've been waiting for bloody 3 months to try and get a good one. Right, I want to try and stick to the home nations. I thought it'd be nice to try and build these home nations up. I'm going to go for a bit of Northern Ireland, because they're a country that hasn't got a lot of fantastic players, so if we can build some good players up for them, then that will really help them out later on in the game. Yep, King's setting up his new scouting network, which is great. We should get some players through, I believe, on the 21st, and it's currently the 10th, so hopefully that will be this episode. And let's have a look at changing our squad. Right, that Centro's up to an 82 as well. Everyone seems to have a little bit of a stat boost from that little break. Maybe it's something to do with the resting period they've had. So let's do that. Cancelo back in at right back. Matters on the pitch. Lafont, you can switch back in for De Gea, and we'll bring in Smalling. So we've got our strongest team on. Obviously, we want to do a job over on Manchester City, don't we? Really. So we're going to bring Mkhitaryan back in as well. How's the squad looking now? We've got a few players still that we're not really going to use much of. Which is a bit of a shame. Goss didn't sell in the end, so I think we can actually release Goss and Vittoria. I might just release them too. And maybe even Wilson as well, you know. We'll get a bit of money for it. Well, I'll keep a hold of him. I don't need to. We've got space in the squad to keep a hold of him, I suppose. But I'll say they're a little bit of a waste of time for us at the moment. And we'll put Martins on the bench because it's a nice bit of pace to be able to bring on in the second half, isn't it? So if I take Fosu-Mensah off the bench, we don't really need Fosu-Mensah on the bench. Samido can cover right and left back. Asensio can cover all three midfield positions. Martins can do the right midfield. Depay the left midfield. Rashford up front. Okay. I'm happy with that team. It's the best team we've got at the moment. So let's put it against the test of Manchester City and see who comes out on top. After that bad result against Hull, I really need a victory. And if it can come against our rivals, who are also on 4 points. So it's a good chance for us to get 3 points up on our rivals as well. So let's get straight into the game. And as always, I'll bring you back just for the goals. Short corner to be taken by Manchester City. Sterling's on the ball. How is he getting so far? Oh, referee, no way! Referee! Ah. It was a penalty, wasn't it, in fairness? I thought I did well there, though. I made the tackle at the right, just in the wrong place. And we do give away the penalty. Early on, Aguero gets a chance, but Manchester City in the lead. De Gea saves! Yes! What a save by De Gea. Underwent to Aguero. Cross to Fernando. Come on, get the ball back. Get the ball back. Oh, no. Cut us apart and Aguero scores. Ah! Why am I so bad at defending? I can't defend on this game to save my life. Just cut us to shreds. That little 1-2 in the middle, not in the middle of the box, but just a little bit of play there, and Aguero just calmly slides it into the back of the net, and we have to come from 1-0 down once again. It's becoming quite a common thing in this series. It's going to be a real chase to get back into this, I think. 1-0 down. Sterling again, sprinting down this side. Ball in. Oh my god. Oh, I can't handle the pace of Sterling down that left-hand side. Is killing me. And Aguero does not miss. We are having a very poor run of form at the moment in the league, aren't we? And that was a... Well, once they got behind the defensive line, Aguero was running and Sterling was running down that side. I don't think we had any chance in getting back on that one. 2-0 down, 2 goals from Aguero. And 2 goals in the league as well. He scored 2 goals in the Premiership and they're both against us. This is going to be a difficult one to come back from now. Sailor plays it into Smalling. Mata, Pogba. Mkhitaryan back to Pogba. Sees the run of Ibrahimovic. Out wide to Mkhitaryan. Into Ibra. Cuts inside. Oh, come on! How are you not putting that in? You're fucking 90 rated. That had to be a goal. That had to be a goal to get us back in this game. Just Sterling here, but Pogba into Dahoud. Into Ibrahimovic. Come on, take the shot. Take the shot. Yes, get in. Right. We've got one back. Nice little bit of running through the midfield there by Dahoud. Slotted it into Ibrahimovic, who makes it 2-1. If we can pull this back and get a draw out of this game, I'd be very happy. Finally, Ibrahimovic. He's got into quite a few good positions, Ibrahimovic, and for some reason I'm really struggling to hit the target. Why he did that massive kick when he was hitting the ball that soft, I've got no idea. But there we go. 2-1. We're back in this one. This is much more difficult, I must admit. Jimenez chasing down De Bruyne. Gundogan's got it in the middle. Good tackle, Chris Smalling. Oh, there when you needed to be. Marshall back into Mata. Ibrahimovic sees the movement now of Anthony Marshall again down this left-hand side. Passes it in. Mkhitaryan. Oh, he's put it wide. Mkhitaryan. Should have kept running. I was running against cholera, for God's sake. get the ball. They're taking the piss out of me. Oh my god. They're taking the piss out of me. They really are. Oh, I've not played a game that's been this difficult. The thing is, they're running rings. They're doing tricks and all sorts. The AI against me here. And they got me. Just a combination of this being incredibly difficult and my poor defending means that we're 3-1 down for the second time in 2 games in the Premier League. I'm not happy. Oh, I thought we got back in this one as well. Is that not a foul? God knows how that wasn't a foul. Cancelo, come on, bring it. Oh, Cancelo, the right back, using his pace really well here. Cuts it into Ibrahimovic. Oh, great save by Claudio Bravo. Thought we had one back then. Cancelo did well there to get in there. Mata's corner. Running into space. Or running into trouble, you decide. Ibrahimovic sees Marshall clear on the other side, and Zabaleta comes straight through and gets it. And that's the full-time whistle. That is awful. I'm so annoyed with that. That was so difficult. There really is such a massive difference between playing against smaller teams and playing against bigger teams on this difficulty level, and we've just been completely schooled there by Manchester City. I'm not happy with myself. I'm really not. And I can only bounce back with a big win now in the Europa League against Aruca. Aguero gets a hat-trick as well. They were just so good on the ball in and around the area. Everything was really good about that game for Manchester City. And you know what? I applaud them. They absolutely destroyed me in this one. Really did. Now, did any of our players play well? Cancelo did well with an 8.4. See, that shows we didn't actually play that bad. Dahoud got an 8.2. Cancelo got an 8.4. Ibra got an 8.1. Mkhitaryan got 7.8. We didn't actually play that bad, but we got absolutely destroyed. So we lost 3-1. That's 2 consecutive losses in a row in the Premiership now. We really need to turn this league around. This is supposed to be return to glory, not same old Man United. Oh, we brought some... the thing is that some of the players we brought in the summer are players that are going to need a bit of time to grow, I think. And we can try and fast-track some of them with this, obviously. I might leave Rashford for now and try and build some more of these guys up. So Dahoud has got good stamina, hasn't he, actually? Keep possession. Let's do a bit of keep possession for Dahoud. I'm just trying to think now players that are playing first team to try and get them up the levels we need them to get up to make them stronger. So let's do a bit of El Rondo for you because that should put you up hopefully to an 83. Centre backs. Who we got? Centre backs. We've just done one, haven't we? Full backs again. We're going to go for a bit of Cancelo. So you're very good going forward, Cancelo, aren't you? But maybe you should do a little bit of defending work then. Tackling medium. We'll do a bit of tackling medium on you. Midfielders, again, who should we go for? See, should we go for Mata? Because I don't think Mata's going to progress very much on his own. It's going to take too long, isn't it, to get him up another level. But someone we can do is probably Asensio. Because he'll go up pretty quick, hopefully. So stamina needs to go up on him and agility. So we'll do a bit of beat your man on him then. And then the last one we'll do... We'll make it... Ibrahimovic is getting close to 91, isn't he? We'll do a bit of Anthony Marshall as well. Try and push him up as high as we possibly can. What are you going to do? You're going to do a bit of... Let's do a bit of... do a bit of El Rondo for you. Right, there we go. So let's push those through and hopefully we can get some good results on these. They're all okay. Bailey goes up to an 83 rated, which is good. And he goes quite a chunk up to 84 as well, which is very nice. Everyone else does a bit of decent work. Hopefully, like I said, we can get some youth players in this episode. Are we going to get some youth players now? No, we've got 2 player conversations. Thanks, boss. I feel like I'm in good form. Thanks for playing me good, right? Everyone's happy. Everyone's happy now. So let's continue to whiz forward. We've got that game coming up in the Europa League against Aruca, who are Portuguese. Maybe we won't get any youth players in this episode. There might be next episode. Potential international jobs of... just let you know, Paraguay and Bolivia have just sacked their managers. We're not really bothering either Paraguay or Bolivia. And we do have a player in our youth squad. I think I did I show you that guy before? He was our potential star we signed from the catalogue. So he's potential of 71 to 93. Of course, that updates every month. So hopefully at the end of this month we'll see a bit more of how good he's going to be. I tend to go for as long as you're 80 and above, I'll sign you, because that means I'm either going to make some money off you or we're going to get a pretty damn good player. It's a little bit of a shame he's a left winger because it means he's in the same position as Marshall and Depay, who are obviously two of the top players we've got in our squad, but still it's pretty decent. And hopefully we can add some more players to that list pretty soon as well. So it looks like we do have this game against Aruka. What changes are we going to make? We're going to make a few changes. It's Europa League. We want to keep some of these players fit for the weekend. So I think we will bring in Rashford and we will bring in... let's bring in Martins. Let's bring in Memphis Depay. Now Bailey's an 83 now, isn't he? So let's play Bailey in place of Smalling. We're going to keep Cancelo. Let's play Asensio. We're going to play Asensio in against Mata, in place of Mata, sorry. And then let's bring in Tielemans as well. Let's bring in the full lot. There he is, Tielemans is up there. And of course Pogba then will come onto the bench. Let's bring him in place of Mata on the bench. And actually we'll bring him on in place of Mkhitaryan on the bench. So that should be... I'm happy with that. Should we play Grimaldo again? We've not played Grimaldo for a few games. Let's bring him back in at left back for a game as well. So we played a few changes for this one. Just want to try and keep some of our players fit for the game at the weekend. I don't know who the game is at the weekend actually, but I want to try and keep players fit if we possibly can. Don't want to risk any injuries in this Europa League game, which we desperately for a win now because of how badly we played recently. We desperately need a win. So our group is Strom's Godset, who I think are... Norway, I believe, and Pawak, which is Greek, I believe, as well. So hopefully we can get off to a good start. It should be a pretty easy Europa League for us to get through. So let's get straight into this first game. And of course, I'll bring you back for the goals. Hopefully, they'll be our goals for a change. Let's get straight in this one then. Tielemans into Cancelo. Oh, Cancelo. Oh, what a run by the right back down the right-hand side. Ball into the middle. Oh, what a start. Cancelo. Ball into the middle. And there's Marcus Rashford picking up the goal straight away. And what a start. That was literally straight from the centre. And I'll tell you what, this Cancelo down the right-hand side, if you're looking for a right back and you're playing a career mode, this Cancelo from Valencia has really impressed me. He's so attacking. And he's pretty good in defence as well. He's a real all-round player for me, and I believe he's got quite a decent potential. I think he goes up to like an 86, 87, but great little chip in there. Marcus Rashford makes it 1-0. Maybe we'll actually get a win. Our first win in a couple of games, actually. 1-0. Out wide now to Cancelo. He gets around the back. He does well, Cancelo. Another big ball in. Rashford's at the back post unmarked, but he couldn't get it on target. Short throw out by the Aruka keeper. I'll take half time now. Oh, they're in. They're in. No, 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 no! Crap on a biscuit! They've only gone and bloody scored. Again, it was my... I don't feel like I'm doing that bad. Then when I watch the replay, I just watch myself run around like a knob. Running away from players and this, that and the other. That was, again, poor by me. I take full responsibility for that. Now, we're not going to get a chance now to get back in this, are we, before? There we go, half-time. And we are losing. Well, no, we're drawing 1-1. But we're going to win this game. I promise we're going to win this game. Ronaldo, forward to Asensio. Out wide now to Memphis, who cuts inside. Oh, things open up for Memphis. Takes it in. Oh, off the post. And it dribbles in. Oh. Oh, my God. I needed that goal so badly. I was getting so frustrated. I'm going to have to cut out quite a lot of swearing from this video. But, I don't know what happened there. I really don't. We got in. We took the shot. It hit the post. And then it came back off the defender and goes in. That has got to be an own goal, isn't it? They're not going to give that to Memphis, are they? No, they're not. It's an own goal. But we're 2-1 up, and that's all that matters. It's back into the path of Grimaldo. Plays it forward into the path of Rashford, into Memphis, now into Rashford. Rashford's behind the defensive line now. Cuts it into Grimaldo again. What's that? Oh, Grimaldo scored it! What on earth was the left-back doing coming up with that attack? I have no idea. And I must admit, when he took the shot, I honestly thought I'd spooned it. I'm thinking, why the bloody hell was the left-back there for? But that's why. It was shot like that from left-back. This guy is rocketing the ball into the top corner like that. That's insane. There we go. 4-1. This is what we want to be back into now. We've got a league game coming up against Watford pretty straight after this match, more or less. A few days' time. And this is the sort of form we want to take into it. So first goal as well for Alejandro Grimaldo. Good left-back. 4-1. There's Grimaldo, the goal scorer, into Jimenez. Forward into the path of Dahoud. And there's the full-time whistle. There we go. Nice. Very, very nice indeed. A 4-1 win in our first match in the Europa League. It's not the competition we want to be in. And hopefully this is going to be the only year we're going to be in it. But it's a good one. It's one we must have a good chance of winning, which would be good for us. And if we do win it, of course, we get automatic place into the Champions League. So we did well there. I'm happy with that result. You can't not be happy with that result, can you? I think we will play the game against Watford in this episode now as well. I think since the transfer window's finished and we're not going to be messed around as much with that sort of thing, we can just do game after game after game and just try and build ourselves up the league as well. And of course, like I've said, return Man United to glory. That is the key. Let's go forward. I think the 21st, which is another League Cup game, is when we get our youth players through. So we'll get to the 21st in this episode and then we'll do the League Cup game next episode, I think. Play conversations. Thanks, boss. I got some decent playing time. That's fine, mate. Well done. That is absolutely fine. So, yeah, we've got a game against Watford now. Let's have a look at the squad once again. We're going to make a few changes. And the effects of that game is going to be still affecting some of these guys energy-wise. So, let us bring in Pogba. Wherever I put him. He's on the bench there. And let's also bring on Mata, but let's bring him on in place of Dahoud. I'm going to keep on playing Dahoud, actually. I'm going to leave them guys how they are, because they've done really well, haven't they? Depay had a good game as well. I might leave Depay on for now. Is anyone struggling energy-wise then? Depay is maybe the only one that is struggling a bit. That should be fine. That should be fine. Let's actually bring back in Ibrahimovic, because we want to get some... want to make sure we get some goals. But then again, Rashford's done very, very well when he's been given the situation. He's been knocking in the goals. He scored another one there in the Europa League. So this is a big game for us. We've lost 2 consecutive games in the league now, and we are currently in 15th place with 4 points from 4 games. We need to turn this around. We need to get ourselves up the league and back into... We want to at least finish Champions League this season. That's the target. We at least want Champions League. And that's the least I'm going to be taking. So let's get into this game against Watford and hopefully score some good Premier League goals. And so far it's not been the best of starts. Been under some pressure. De Gea picks that one up. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Oh, that's annoying. Oh, my God. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say in that situation. What I was doing was I was pressing the buttons. I was pressing X, obviously when the ball came in, to head the ball away. And I must have pressed it one too many times and he's thrown the ball out. That is completely my fault for misplaying the game there. Can't believe I've done that. Cancelo into Dahoud, forward to Paul Pogba. This is the one, this is the one. Memphis. Ball into the middle. Ibra. Oh, that's it wide. For a big man, he ain't half useless in the bloody air. Pogba sees the run now. Memphis Depay. He's got loads and loads of pace, but he can't outpace big fat fucking defenders. Right, Bailey to Pogba. Forward now to Asensio. Right, Martins, get down that wing. I think I'm trying to depend on pace too much when there's just none in the game because of the wet floor. Ibra into Memphis. Memphis, yes! Oh, thank God for that. We've got an equaliser. As you can see, this game has really frustrated me, and I was desperate to get that equaliser, and we got it. Nice bit of play, and Memphis side-footing it into side net. I did not want to upload 3 successive Premier League losses. This was a big match. A draw against Watford is still not enough in anyone's books, but at least we're not going to lose 3 matches in a row. 1-1, and there's the final whistle. Literally one of the last touches of the game. I should not be that excited for a draw. Oh, God. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. We seem to have dropped into a bad vein of form. I know I have gone up a difficulty level in this career mode because I was finding professional too easy. So we've gone into world class. It's taken me a while to get used to it, but hopefully we can get by with this. Hopefully we can. Let's have a look at the ratings again. João Cancelo had a very good game. Memphis Depay with an 8.6. I don't think we did bad again. That's the problem. If you look at the stats, we had 11 shots, 7 on target, and they had 6 shots, 3 on target. And I gave them the goal in the first half by accidentally pressing the X button too many times to try and head the ball away, and instead I just passed the ball out with the goalkeeper. So, again, another frustrating game. I'm starting to see what Mourinho's on about now. We're having all the attacks, and it's just getting very frustrating to score the goals. Ibrahimovic has been awful the last couple of games. He really has. He's had so many great opportunities, headed opportunities. He's hit the post loads of times, and he just keeps missing. But, right, no, let's stop the sim because I want to do some player development. Ah, it's match day now. That's annoying. Yes, Fosu Mensah, you can play. Right. Scouting updates. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what we're going to end the episode on. Right. Potential 80 max. Reject player. Potential 75 to 94. I'm going to sign you straight up into our academy because no matter what, you're going to be pretty decent. We reject him as well. Reject him. 55 to 77. 67 to 91 we'll keep. 71 to 94. Goalkeeper. Nice. Unknown position. I'm going to continue scouting these two for now. And see if we can get a better update on how good they are. Now we've got the English guys. Found Callum Jackson, 71 to 94. We'll keep him in there for now. Sam Murphy, I'm going to sign up. I signed some of them just in case because they do end up being stolen and going to other clubs. We don't know if he's a midfielder or a striker yet, but we'll definitely sign him up. 58 to 78, we'll reject you. 72 to 94. I'm going to leave him in there for now. Just try and get a bit more detail. And then 64 to 86, I'm going to get rid of you. So we'll continue looking after those two. Player conversations. Fosu Mensah wants to play in the League Cup game, which is fine. I think we've got Scunthorpe. Before we leave, let's have a quick look at our youth academy. So we've got Goncalo Brito, who is an attacking midfielder with a potential of 75 to 94. Overall current of 54. We've got Sam Murphy, who is a attacking midfielder. Typical. We're getting all the positions we've already got, aren't we? 75 to 94 once again. Overall currently of 63, so he's got a much higher overall than Goncalo Brito currently has. So that might mean he has got a better potential. And we've, of course, got Helder Bastos, who is a young player we got through the catalogue. So that's our youth academy at the moment. I'm sure this will grow as the season goes on, and we'll start to find out more and more about these players and get them up into our club. Sam Murphy, 63 rated. If his potential is going to be high 80s and low 90s, we'll definitely bring him in as soon as possible for the next season, maybe. But we are going to call that it for this episode, because I'm getting incredibly frustrated with this game at the moment. Calendar-wise, next episode, I think we'll do all 3 games for the rest of this month. So we've got a game against Chesterfield in the League Cup, a game against Leicester in the Premiership, and then a game against Stromsgod in the Europa League. But that'll be the next episode. I hope to see you all there, of course. If you have enjoyed this one, then please do hit that like button. It really does help me out. And, of course, if you are new around here and you'd like to see some more of this FIFA playthrough, then please hit that subscribe button as well. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you all very, very soon for another episode of our FIFA Return to Glory. Well, Return to Glory is a bit loose term based on our recent form, but nonetheless, I'm not changing the serious name. Bye!